Stealing a woman's treasure came to me in a very deep thought several months ago. Women are suffering from many maladies: hysterectomies, fibroids, endometriosis, cervical cancer, and obviously there's a missing link. There's something missing in the Western medical field of health. So I decided to write this book and to give women a broader spectrum of what health actually is and what it is not. A new horizon. Stealing a woman's treasure gives them a new sense of, or actually creates a new state of mind, a better understanding of what really are the contributing factors to their fibroids, their migraine headaches, their chronic fatigue. So it's like no one's giving out enough answers because we're seeing the statistics rising every year. And we live in one of the greatest countries in the world, but yet this country is still functioning on a mechanical methodology instead of a holistic phenomenon. And stealing a woman's treasure puts the emphasis on the holistic phenomenon. I would have to say my book is one of the most informative, definitive guides as to giving you the why you have this condition and the solutions. Women are challenged with a lot of health disparities. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter where you live, what type of car you drive. That cannot remedy the internal inflammation, disease within the human body. There has to be an answer, and the answers are all over the planet, not just in your medical office. There are many different types of healing modalities like Ayurveda medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. As a matter of fact, you ever wonder why you don't see Asian women, Eastern Indian women, and even some African women in hospitals? Because they're thriving on their own ancestral diet. The ancestral diet is what causes you to continue to thrive. Our women have been victimized by the standard American diet that we call SAD. White flour, white sugar, refined carbohydrates. Think about candida. Why do so many women have a candida? Yeast infection. Too much sugar. The average person consumes probably about 40 pounds of sugar a year and don't even know it. As you see in my background, you see a lot of greenery. That's because we need to be connected. I come out here often to connect with nature because it is nature that gives life. It is things that are live that give life. Eating live food. Most women, you're eating dead food. You're eating a dead carcass that's been sitting in plastic on a grocery shelf for weeks, waiting for an expiration date. That's not life. As a matter of fact, that animal protein you're consuming was probably abused, doped up, with all type of chemicals. So you have to reconnect. So stealing a woman's treasure is a dynamic read on health literacy and the history behind all these maladies that are common maladies, like the fibroids, the breast cancer, the tumors, even alopecia. Women are holding up their hair with synthetics, with weave. You can actually grow your hair naturally if you sought and could reconnect it with nature. There are many things like silica, for example, that comes from the ocean or plants. Matter of fact, there's a plant called the actual horsetail because it grows so long in Europe. And this particular supplement can actually regrow your hair and nails. But again, the things that are compromising Your beauty, your hair growth, your nail growth are the things that you are consuming because you have allowed yourself to be disconnected with nature. Now keep in mind, this is a repercussion. This is what you would call maybe even karma, because you've been disobedient not only to yourself but to the laws of nature. Yeah, every woman should have this book in their library. Stealing a Woman's Treasure is a definitive guide that goes into the history behind the refined food, the history behind what really is causing your ill health, causing your dis-ease, causing you to have cramps every month. This is a good read, and reading is fun to the mental. Remember that. You not only have to reconnect with nature, you have to learn how to reconnect with nature. And the only way that you're going to reconnect is to read, to self-educate, to self-manage, so your body can become self-regulating. And as I always state, if it does not contain life, it cannot give life. You're eating too many dead foods, ladies, and your children, your offspring. What you're feeding them is unnatural. It's packaged food, it's bulk matter. It does not give life. And this is what Stealing a Woman's Treasure is going to articulate. There are several chapters in that book, including phenomenal illustrations, that's going to help guide you and take you to a new horizon, a new state of mind, a new paradigm of life. Again, just like the plants, again, I'm surrounded by. You hear the birds chirping. This is life. Okay, we need to reconnect with what gives and not what takes. Stealing a Woman's Treasure is an investment. It's an investment in your health. It's an investment in your knowledge, because it's not money that's power. It's knowledge that's power. So reconnect with Stealing a Woman's Treasure and Dr. Botanica, that's here to help guide you in the right direction of natural law.